You want to know what social activism is? You want a good role model for social justice? Follow Amra. When you hear stories like this from the early generations, you start to understand how fully integrated women were and at the highest calibers of ilm and knowledge. They were fuqaha, and they were also part of the governorship of the societies in which they lived. You have Umar ibn Abdul Aziz, for example, who had Sayyida Amra bint Abdul Rahman, who was a great tabi'iyah and the student of Sayyidina Aisha radiallahu anha. She studied hadith so well with Sayyidina Aisha, who of course was, they say that half of our hadith, literally half of the body of hadith, comes directly from Sayyidina Aisha radiallahu anha. And her student, Amra, was a wonderful tabi'ah who was a muhadditha, a faqihah, and she was really, really well respected for her Islamic knowledge. So much so that when something happened in Medina one day, the judge of Medina issued a fatwa and said that this particular non-Muslim that was living in that society that had been a thief, who had stolen something, needed to have his head severed. When she heard this, she sent her students and said, remind the judge that you can't do that if what he stole was under 1 gold dinar. And when the judge heard this, he said, oh, that's right. Nobody questioned her. Nobody questioned her authority. Nobody said, you're not knowledgeable, or excuse me, ma'am, what are you doing here? But our women often feel this way. If you don't look like a sheikh, the question is, do you hold Islamic authority? Our history is a noble legacy of both men and women scholars, both men and women being part and parcel of the society. And Amra, I'm telling you about, when she was part of this Medina society, that meant she had her pulse on the community. She knew what was happening. She didn't need to get up and defend someone who wasn't even Muslim, but she didn't want a miscarriage of justice to happen. And so she rose to the occasion. And she continued to teach until she was 77 years old when she passed away, subhanAllah. You want to know what social activism is? You want a good role model for social justice? Follow Amra.